in this problem, we're going to calculate the transmission parameters for the two-port network shown below, and you can see there in the diagram, here's a circuit diagram, here are the transmission parameters, and the way that we'll proceed, for instance, is we'll go in and set I2 equal to 0, which would be basically terminating this port in an open circuit. That will allow us to find A and C. Then we'll come back in and terminate V2 with a short circuit, or 0, and that would allow us to find B and D. So first, let's start off with I2 equal to 0. And here's our circuit diagram. So you can see with I2 equal to 0 what our circuit diagram looks like. And here we'll have V1. We'll be getting with V1 is equal to AV2. I1 is equal to C times V2. So now let's look at our circuit. And basically we have V1 across here, and we have a voltage divider. So by voltage division, V2 is 10.5 over 10.5 plus 21 times V1. So that's 1/3 V1. So then V1 is 3 times V2. So then that tells me that A is equal to 3. Now we need to get I1 in terms of V2. First, let's calculate this current IX by current division. So IX by current division, we want the current through here, so we'd have 42 over 42 plus the series combination, 21 plus 10.5 times I1. So that's 0.5714 times I1. And if we look by Ohm's law, V2 is 10.5 IX. So we have 10.5 times 0.5714 times I1, which is 6 I1. So then I1 is 1/6 times V2, so then C is 1/6 Siemens. Okay, so that gives us A and C. Now we're going to go in and set V2 equal to 0. And you see now we've gone in and put a short circuit on the circuit diagram. So now what we're calculating is V1 is equal to minus B times I2, and I1 is equal to minus D times I2. So let's look for a second. Here is a voltage V1 across the 21 ohm as well as across the 42 ohm. This current is 0 because the voltage across that resistor is 0. So if we apply Kirchhoff's current law at this node, we'll get V1 over 21 plus I2 equal to 0. So we get V1 is equal to minus 21 I2. So then that tells us that B is equal to 21 ohms. Now, if we apply Kirchhoff's current law here, we'll get I1 V1 over 42 plus V1 over 21, which is 3 over 42 times V1. So now we have this relationship between V1 and I2. So now I1 is 3 over 42 times minus 21 times I2, which is minus 3/2 I2. So then that tells us that D is equal to 3/2.